Okay, so first things first, I need a haircut bad. I need one, maybe soon, but not like right away. So I'm gonna start with, I know this is just like photos of like vacation, but I do think it's worth talking about because unlike other vacations, this has to do with like my content going forward because I'm back streaming after a while being away. Once Tekken died, I kind of lost my desire to stream, but being at a major fighting game event made me go like, oh, I can just play old stuff. I'm bitching too much. So my beard is fucking gnarly. Mine's really short. I trim it pretty tight now. I'm trying to lose 10 more pounds in the next week and a half before CEO so I can show up there looking like a goddamn skinny sumbitch. I want to show up in my jumpsuit, ready to eat myself. That's a nice room. Was that at the venue? No, this is a nice room, but this was actually at an extended stay a mile and a half from the venue that was cheap as fuck. So when I go back, I'm going to try to book at the same spot because it was so good for how cheap it was. There was no amenities, though. There was no pool. There was no gym. There was nothing, like, special or good about it, and the hallway smelled a little bit. But it was the kind of smell where I can deal with it. And then also, $70 a night. I only paid $350 for, like, a 6-day trip. And it was perfect, because there was no problems. I just went right out of the venue. I had no issues. It was a little loud at night a couple times, but the nice thing about a place like that was, it was so, like, not good. I don't mean shitty. I don't mean like it was dirty. It was actually pretty clean. My room was nice and clean. And so was the bathroom, which is all I care about. As long as the bathroom's clean and it's not disgusting in, like, the hotel room and it's relatively clean, I'm happy. Oh, and the AC works. I need the AC to work. But the room was cheap, like, really cheap, and it was a mile and a half from the venue, so it was so nice out every single day that, like, yeah, here's, like, me getting the Steam Deck going. Like, the TV plugged right in, and I was, like, practicing on the Steam Deck, so I'll do that again anytime next year. It was a shitty TV, but it had good frame rate and everything. Or it had good, like, latency, so I was all set. I was practicing fighting games on there. It was all good. I could have easily hosted sets in the shitty suite. So, this is when I bought the Aether Drift bundle. This is when I bought this right here. This came with me from Best Buy, from Florida. I mean, from Chicago, Schaumburg. But, man, my head's shiny as shit. I guess that just means I'm glossy. That's good. But the nice thing about where I went is you can see here, but these are the sweets. I ate the fuck out of these. These were so good. So these are Korean-style sweets. These were fried donuts, a red bean sweet bun, and a custard sweet bun. They sold me all of these for like $10 because after 4 o'clock, the lady's just looking to get rid of her stock. So if you show up at this Korean market late at night, she's just giving you a bunch of shit because they're just going to throw it out otherwise. So you can just go and get, like, the best dessert ever, and then you just throw that shit in the fridge, and it's sitting there for the next... I did that, and I loved these. So next time I do that, I'm going all out with the sweets. Fuck it. Because there's nothing better when it's, like, late at night, and you want to eat, but you don't want to eat something gross to fuck your stomach up. You just eat something that's, like, bread and sugar. That way you just walk a little bit, and it disappears. So getting, like, donuts or, like, little sweets like this, I think is high-level vacation strat. Because you just buy them and leave them in the fridge, and you just eat them when you feel like it. They don't go bad. Like, it's just day-old sweets. It's fine. Unless you're like a French dude who cares too much. Anyway, they were good. And then I was repping the Punch Planet for good luck. That's a good luck shirt, because she's wearing blue and gold and white. She got blue hair, gold headdress, and white dress, and the gold medal. So even though she's got the purplish skin, Tiara is Lucky Bay. So I love that. Also, Portillo's is hella fucking good. Portillo's is like their fast food joint where you're supposed to get hot dogs and Italian sandwiches and like Italian beef sandwiches. But I heard tell that the hamburger was like the best fast food hamburger you can get, and they were correct because it was fucking delicious. It was just as good as Five Guys, I would say. They had grilled onions, which is all I need. Just grilled onions, tomato, and mayo on a fucking hamburger. Like, I don't even need the cheese. Because I tried to stay off of dairy because I'm in, like, Wisconsin territory. I gotta be careful with the dairy because you can fuck your stomach up. So, like, I stayed away from this shake or anything, but the food here was good. I'm not gonna show you a picture of the burger because I don't want it to be that kind of guy. But the food at Portillo's, especially, I love when you perfectly cook a French fry. They had the best cooked crinkle-cut French fries I've had at any fast food establishment. They were cooked perfectly. They were nice and crispy, not too over-salted, just right. So I was very happy with the French fries. You make a good French fry, I'm already in your good graces, because I'm at a fast food joint. I don't want to fuck around. You better have at least good fries or, like, a good biscuit or something on the side. I want salty, fulfilling, and just, like, something I can just shove in my mouth that's delicious. That's French fries. Or, like, a good dirty rice at Popeyes. They opened a Portillo's in Orlando. Sick. If the burger's as good as the Portillo's in Chicago, I'll be there. We can eat at some in a few weeks. When I'm in Florida, I actually like Shake Shack. I'm a big Shake Shack guy. I think Shake Shack is underrated in terms of the burgers. However, I will tell you, Strangler, as somebody who ate there 3 times while I was in Chicago, Culver's has got all these places beat. Culver's is just the best of the best. Because Culver's has the Ken's dipping sauce, so you just get buffalo tenders from Culver's, and then a burger, and you're good. Just get a butter burger, and don't even get the fries. Don't even get fries. You get onion rings. Because the reason Culver's is better than any other fast food joint I've been to, their onion rings clear every other fast food onion ring easy. Burger King ain't got shit on them. I've been to restaurants that don't have onion rings as good as Culver's. So I would say if you're going fast food, if you're actually going to spend money and get like greasy, not shitty, but you're just going to get greasy food, you're just making that choice, just go to Culver's. Culver's is the fucking best. I wish we had Culver's in Boston. I cannot get a solid fast food order as good as Culver's in Boston. The onion rings, you can't get them here. I can't get a butter burger over here with the good cheese. I can't get cheese curds. I don't even like cheese curds that much, but you can't even get them here. And the shakes at Culver's look solid. I haven't had one yet. I usually stay away from the milkshakes, since that's an easy way to gain 2 pounds just drinking one of those fucking things. So I just rather have a regular ice cream or like a piece of cake. But I don't get many sweets these days. I just like the really fulfilling, salty, cheesy food. If I get like a nice fast food burger, I don't need the shake. I'll just have a Diet Coke or something on the side and I'll be good. But like, the shit at Portillo's was good. It also smelled amazing in there because they had Italian beef, so it smelled good. Anyway, got our nice badge from CB. It was amazing. They gave me like a really hard-looking one, and it was the 10-year anniversary, so it was shiny. I loved it. And I was playing with some of the Discord homies from Brawl Pros Discord that I have not met. So I met lots of new homies this year. I met at least 8 new people that I had not had a chance. Actually, I think I met 12, because I met Perfect Legend, that fucking guy who was infamous from getting his ass beat in Mortal Kombat by Sonic Fox. I met him in City of the Wolves and got beat like 10-0. And just was like, man, I didn't even know who he was. I just said, man, you're too good for me. You optimized the fuck out of it. I got to get out of here. That was great sets, though, man. GG's. And he talked to me a bit, and I was like, what's your tag? He's like, Perfect Legend. I was like, oh, nice. Did you call me Strangler to do? He always calls me Girth Brooks. No, I said Strangler, and then I said from Florida. And I also said hi to Anakin. I think I mentioned you to Anakin, too, but I talked to him way less. I did talk to Do, and I said, hey, what's up, man? I talked to Do Strangler from the Op Block Discord, and he was just like, oh, okay. So I think, yeah, if your name has been Girth Brooks, then yeah. PL doesn't like me. I wouldn't sell him flowers. Oh, really? Well, regardless, I talked to him. I made friends with everybody. I didn't make any enemies during this trip. I never do. But I made friends with Perfect Legend without even knowing who he was until I asked. So I was making friends with him, just talking shit about... I was like, man, I think City of the Wolves is dope. And it's one of those games that doesn't waste your time. There's a lot of fucking games that just waste your time. Like, I'm too old to be playing Tekken 8 and, like, watching these stupid-ass rage art animations. Or just waiting to, like, trade heat blows back and forth. It, like, pisses me off. That's why I love Virtua Fighter. It's the opposite. It doesn't waste your time at all. It's too fast. City of the Wolves is the same thing. They're too fast. When you play them well, it's so easy to get your damage off or end the round. And there's no stupid, like, animations or cutscenes. City of the Wolves has cutscenes. But... there's no stupid-ass animations or super long cutscenes with Virtua Fighter or, like, Third Strike, and those are the games I'm going back to play, so I love Virtua Fighter now. Speaking of Third Strike, I was playing it with the Discord homies because I had it on my Steam Deck, and I love that game, so I started playing it during this trip, and I'm really going to go back to that game. I'm going to start playing it on stream. It was so nice out. In Chicago, I walked everywhere, like, 80% of the time. I took, like, 3 lifts the whole trip, and 2 of them were to the airport. Because I couldn't walk that, because it was like half an hour away, and I had my flight at 6 a.m. So when I came from the airport, I took the train and the bus. It only cost you like $6, and I got to my hotel, no problem. And then when I left, I just got an Uber right from the hotel to the airport, and it was only like $25. And it was like a 20-minute trip, so very manageable. If you're looking to go to a fighting game major, you got to go to the Chicago. You got to go to Combobreaker. It's so much better than Evo. So that's just what I'm saying as like a trip thing just here. This is just, if I put this up on YouTube, this is just going to be a quick summary of like how much fun I had on the trip. And if you want to go to a fighting game major, don't even bother with Evo. Go to either CEO or Combobreaker. And I say CEO because they're going to be at a way better venue this year. But I'm just saying that in Chicago this time of year, it was super nice out. I loved it. I loved it. I got to CEO because I don't need a plane ticket. Hell yeah. But I think CEO at the new event is going to be really good because it's in the middle of Orlando and it's at a golf resort. And even if you're not having fun, you can just hop in your car and like go to Disney World or downtown Disney for free. So if you're not having fun, you can just throw all your buddies together and like go to driving range and do some golf, go have some drinks at the local restaurants, or just go to fucking Disneyland. So it's an amazing spot for CEO because you can just be like, make it a whole week, and then just bring your kids and just plan something with your kids before you go to the event. Because you're right down the street. You could easily bring your kids, fuck around, and then go somewhere else. It's the perfect spot. Instead of going to Daytona and needing to, like, go with those savages who just like race cars and bullshit, and they yell racist stuff, and all the hotels are gross, and there's a million of them right on the beach. If you really want to go to the beach, Daytona was great, but for a fighting game major, like a nerd, Orlando is 10 times better. Because there's so many other distractions that you can add to the fighting game experience. Daytona, you just want to go to CEO and then not touch anything else besides maybe a nice restaurant. So this was a picture when I was just walking that first day, and it was super nice out. We went to Dave & Buster's on Thursdays. There was a big-ass tournament for, like, every game as, like, a warm-up. And this guy with his dog was there, so I took a picture of him. This is over at that. So this was, like, the upstairs of a Dave & Buster's. They had City of the Wolves and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was tight. And here's Nobi fighting with Lars. I think he was fighting a Chicago guy. I'm not sure. And this was the actual CB floor, day one. It was just filling in, super goddamn busy. I was chilling over to the side, drinking the Red Bulls, checking out the stage. That's the main stage. And this was most of the Discord homies. So from left to right, in the gold mask is me. I think that's Ali Handel. I think that's Nakrova on the top right in the orange hat. And that's, is that Silence? Silence is in the black hat, black backwards hat. Bomber is in the middle. He's the guy with the dreads. And then on the right, I believe it's not Pandisi. I forget who it was. But I forget some of the tags. I'm trying to make sure I get them right. Because I think I met at least 10 homies from the Discord. At least 10 ones that I hadn't met before. So that was nice, including Artorias. He's won a couple of my tournaments. Ali won one of the tournaments. So this is a bunch of... My goal this year was to meet a bunch of homies that I only knew from Discord offline. And Scorcho is way in the back there. He's watching a different game. You can't tell from here. But we met like 10 or 12, I think, new homies. So 20 was my goal. So if I meet 8 more new IRL or Discord homies at CEO, I'll have hit my goal for the year, which I'm very happy about. So I got to meet a lot of the IRL homies. I was very happy for that. I also met a bunch of people. This guy reminded me of you, Strangle. I took a picture of this guy because he reminded me of you. But I think he just said the cosplay was sick, or he liked the mask. So I just ask anybody who says that, you want to take a picture, just because I want them to have a fun time. So this guy's beard, you said your beard is gnarly. This fucking guy, I think if you squint really hard and you put on a pair of glasses, this dude looks just like you, homie. He's not as tall. You and me were like, me and you could be like fucking tag team wrestling partners with how tall we are. But this motherfucker was chill. It's way gnarlier, damn. I met a cool guy. I wish I got a picture of him. I took a picture with him, but I didn't get a picture on my phone. There was this like 350, 400-pound linebacker looking ass dude. He looked like Brian Urlacher if he quit the NFL early and just learned how to eat, like a competitive eater. He's just a drum of a human being. He was cool. He was from New Zealand with the heaviest accent, and he plays that guy Gold Lewis from Strive that throws around the alien coffin. And I was just like, dude, that's sick. He said, oh, your cosplay is sick, mate. And I was like, oh, man, where are you from? Did you fly here? He's just like, no, mate, I'm from New Zealand. I was just like, you flew here from New Zealand? Is this your first Combobreaker? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, do you play Gold Lewis? He's just like, fuck yeah, I play. I'm not playing Guilty Gear Strive right now, but I like... That guy was sick. I took a picture with him. I posed in my Ganachi costume. Guy was tight. I wish I got a picture with him. I got to look up his name. I think he was streaming or something. I was on a couple people's streams. I was just hamming it up. I just took pictures. I just took a picture. I didn't ask for any autographs. I didn't do anything hokey. I was just like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for whatever, if they're a player I know. And then just like, hey, how you doing? Cool. Can we get a picture? Nice. Have a good tournament later, bro. I took so many pictures. It's so fun wearing the mask or the Ganachi cosplay, which I did this year, because it makes so many people happy. So it just makes me happy that I bring good karma. But, there was hella games. I really wanted to grab, I don't know if you can see it here, but imagine I go up to Do or Anakin asking for an autograph. That'd be funny. I'll bring Do. Hold on. Look at this game over here, dude. Do you see the PSP games? The PSP games made me salivate, because I can name like 6 games there that I played the fuck out of. On the right here, all the way, you can see the Con. See that game? That's a game I want to make. If I was to make a video game, I would make a game that's like the Con, because it's a fighting game where you can like bet on yourself, but you can throw fights and shit. The PSP game library is fucking tight. Some of these games are so sick. I see Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, Twisted Metal on the PSP was sick. The Power Stone Collection, the Con, Tales from the World. That's a Tales game that's not bad. This game, Yes, is good. There's Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep. There's the 2 Burnout games, Fat Princess. The PSP library was fucking sick. So I just took this picture because there were a bunch of cool games I saw there. And I thought it was tight. So I just wanted to share that because I thought those were pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the Game Boy games, like the amount they charge for these like retro games is fucking crazy, but I just like looking at the list because you can always download the ROMs later. This was one of the TOs. I like to take pictures with all the TOs. Also, excuse me. Also, I think my costume's pretty tight. I always throw the horns up. GG's. This was Sour Piggy and me. He's a really good bear streamer. We're both taking pictures of our own phone like the fucking wannabe influencers we are, but notice the colors he's got on my... He's wearing all my lucky colors. He's got the white trim on the gold lettering with the blue striped sweater, so he's wearing my lucky colors, so GG's. And then we get another King cosplayer, so that dude was fun as hell. Although I felt bad for him because he had the rubber mask, so he was running around the whole weekend with, like, the rest of the cosplay, but he couldn't leave the mask on because that shit's impossible to wear. I have that same mask, but Armor King Edition, but you can't wear that shit if you actually want to play fighting games. It's impossible. You can't see out the goddamn eyes. This was a gentleman that I beat in one of my games. I just took a picture to be nice. I think he was like a pirate name or something. He might have beat me. I forget. I take pictures of people who beat me or people that I beat. I try to take pictures of as many people in my pools as I can. This guy was cool. This guy was tight too. I think he beat me during casuals. Or no, I beat him during Tekken. I beat him during Tekken. He was playing He was playing Kazuya, and he easily could have beat me. No. He was the guy before Kazuya. Kazuya beat me. This guy might have beat me. I forget. But he was one of the people I played with. And then, yeah, so this is one of the people that beat me, I believe. This guy he cosplayed Armor King on the second day, but he cosplayed Sushi Chef Ryu on the first day. So this guy's tight. He was a bigger dude, but he had like a fake muscle costume. On Eris's stream, Eris mentioned it. They have the cosplay contest, and he came in like 4th or something. And he had Ryu, Sushi Chef style, and he had Armor King, Tekken 7 style. So I took a picture with him because I thought the Ryu was sick. I just say, hey, what's up, man? We chat for a bit, and then we got a picture. The picture was tight, though. I think this costume's pretty sick. It's not even like a cosplay. It's just like a wrestler gear. That's Tone, sick-ass Brian player. I apologize for saying a bunch of dumb shit in his Twitch chat a couple times, but I had to say thank you for that. That's Gerlanda. He's one of the best Katarina players, Tekken 7, so I had to say thank you for the Gerlanda guides, or for the Katarina guides. Then there was Relo versus Knee. That's like a really good Brian player on the left, and a couple other really good players in the back. I think I see Sour Piggy again. And that was just me taking a picture of a set that was going on. There's Ty, another Brian player. All the Brian players stream the most. I think it's because they're having the most fun with the game. Whatever, who cares? This guy was sick. This guy's cosplaying Peppino. I loved this dude. This dude, I saw him both days. I said hi to him both days. This guy was tight. Showed up dressed like Peppino. I gotta do that. If I gain like 50 pounds and just get a nice fat gut, I gotta show up looking like Peppino because I'm Italian as shit. So if I shave the beard and just keep the mustache, I can pull that off. I can definitely pull off the Peppino spaghetti. Because it's the simplest cosplay. Black t-shirt, black pants, black shoes, muscle shirt over the black, and then chef's hat. Fucking easy as shit. It's the easiest cosplay, and everybody loves it. This game is sick. It's like a Smash clone. It's called Combo Devils. It's actually tight. I gotta show that more. I just took a picture because I thought it was cool that it was actually at the event. They're actually making... Victrix is gonna start making a Guitar Hero guitar because people really want to play that, so that's nice to see. I thought that was good. This guy was another TO, so I like to take pictures with TOs because I like to say thank you for your volunteer work. I'm going to do that I'm going to do that sometime soon. This is the main hotel lobby. I just thought the bouquet was cool. And this was when Artorias was fighting Joka. Joka kicked the fuck out of him. Artorias was the guy who got the... Artorias, I don't know if you saw Strangler. Did you see the thing with the shirt off? With the whole, like, all the players were getting their shirts off? Artorias started it. He was the Brian player in the auction tournament that bought Brian for, like, super amount of money. That guy won a couple of my online tournaments, so I got to meet him. He was the legend of the weekend. So the auction tournament wasn't on the official streams. It was on Tasty Steve's, but it was the best part of the tournament. He upset Cherryberry Mango after he gave him $100 for taking his shirt off, and then he beat him. So it was the sickest shit ever, and CBM said, I sacrificed myself for the community, so everybody was having a good time, and then they got everybody together at the end to pool their money, and Arslan said, for $500, I'll take my shirt off, and he did it. And then he gave the money back to the crowd after, but then, like, the other people who won were, like, putting it on their arms. It was the sickest shit ever. I wasn't even there. I was so fucking tired, because it was Saturday, so it was right before the day it was going to be top 8. So it was like 10 p.m. when I finally left the fucking venue. I got to the venue at 11, and I left at like 10:30. So basically a 12-hour day. And I played the whole time. I played casuals the whole time. I played in Virtua Fighter 5. I got DQ'd from City of the Wolves because I missed it. I misread the time. I thought it was at noon, and it was at 10, so I got DQ'd. I was like, fuck! So I just played a bunch of casuals just to do it. because I was dressed like Ganache and I felt like an asshole. But I played a bunch of casuals. Then I played in VF. I won 2 games in VF. I was really happy about that. I could have won more, but it was a close fight, and I got fucked up by somebody who knew what they were doing. But I had fun playing VF. The VF players are the most chill. But Tekken was really fun. But during the second day, while the shirtless thing was happening, which was cool as shit, and I loved it, I was getting the best plate of nachos I've ever had in my life. There was this place called Fat Rosie's right near the venue, and I had not eaten the entire day. I was starving. I was walking from the venue to my hotel. Like, I got to eat something. I was about to walk into Chipotle when I was looking at my map, and there was a place. I said, I need some alcohol to go with this food because I want to get turned up because it's Saturday, and I got to get turned up. You got to do it. So this place had margaritas, but they also had, like, the Nachos Supreme. I haven't had nachos as an entree in a long time, but I will tell you with confidence, I demolished this whole fucking plate, and it was delicious. Just good-ass nachos, man. You can't beat it. All loaded with the queso and the beans and everything. Protein, fats, guac, a little bit of that spicy stuff, a little bit of that tomate. I'm a happy motherfucking camper, all right? The best. The best. If you take me to a good Mexican joint, it doesn't matter if it's the most mid-Mexican joint ever, I'm still going to walk away very happy. It's the same as Italian. It can be the most mid-Italian place you've ever been to in your life, as long as the chicken parm is a chicken parm, and I can get a side of baked ziti, or I can get something cool on the side with maybe a little cannoli, maybe I'll do some tiramisu. If I can get the simple stuff and a nice big fat-ass glass of water with lemon, you don't even need the alcohol. I don't need anything special. It's good. It's Mexican or Italian. Even if it's mediocre, it's good as hell. That's the only reason I say Mexican or Italian food beats Chinese food. Because shitty Chinese food is sad. Shitty Chinese food is very sad because it's tasteless, and you gotta put a bunch of hot sauce on it to make it edible. But dumping a bunch of hot sauce or ketchup on food to make it edible means the food is bad. It's not just mid, it's bad. Dumping ketchup on like a shitty hot dog or like a shitty burger means that the food is bad. Even a mid burger will be good without ketchup. So it's like, come on now, you can do better. But that's my point. This was the merch I bought. I kept it kind of light this year, but I really like it. I play Chun-Li now. I play Elena now, so I got shirts for both. And then I got the Ed, Edd and Eddy patch. I got the Sailor Moon pin from my cousin. The guy gave me the Ripperoo, the Crash Bandicoot pin, which I like, the keychain. And then I love the Ed, Edd and Eddy patch and the N7 patch. And also the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Red is an unlucky color, but I figure Blue Eyes White Dragon is 2 lucky colors, blue and white, so it cancels out. Same thing with the Ed, Edd and Eddy patch. There's gold, white, and blue on the patch, so it cancels out all the red. So I really like the patches and stuff I got. I really like the merch I got this year. I kept it light. And then finally on Saturday and Sunday, I was cosplaying Salvatore Ganache, who is the character I play in City of the Wolves. I'm going to stream it pretty soon. But I bought the appropriate jumpsuit that's pretty close, and I got the glasses and the chain that goes with the glasses. That's all you need, man. My Italian ass. I wore that suit like no problem. This guy beat me in pools, I think, or he was just a random bystander. This guy was sick and said he loved the cosplay, so I said we got to get a picture, and did the pose. This character's sick, by the way. I think he's very fun. This was Zhao that's the real homie. I've been with him to EVO. We've really hung out a lot, so it was nice to see him actually playing and competing. He teaches in Chicago, so that's more of a... He's a Midwest guy. Hopefully I'll see him again soon. The homie actually brought his copy of Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and got Harada to sign it, so that's the sign on it. That's Scorcho from the other Discord I'm in. Awesome fucking signature to get. I gotta do something like that with like a copy of Tekken 7 or something. This is more of the homies. That guy on the left is Artorias. He's the one that got started with the naked or the shirtless auction tournament. And that's the rest of the Discord homies. The girl on the left, I think, not Lily. Who's that? I forget the name. But I know her from a Discord. This guy edits Apology Man's videos. That's Faust from Guilty Gear. So I had mentioned that because back when I played Guilty Gear, I liked Apology Man, and I still watch his videos now and then. This guy's his editor, and he was doing cool-ass Faust cosplay at Combobreaker, which I thought was sick. So this guy makes the YouTube videos that I was watching, and I said thank you. So that was a small world. I mentioned Apology Man to him, and he said, oh, I do his videos. I said, what? And you're doing cosplay? He says, yeah. I said, that was the sickest shit ever. And the Chipotle bag, too. So this guy's a G. I like the way he did it. This Hell Pockets, that is the greatest King of Fighters and City of the Wolves commentator working. He's been doing KOF stuff for fucking ever. And he's a G. So I said thank you for all the content. Thank you for the KOF time. Thank you for being such an awesome commentator. Can't wait for City of the Wolves. And he was pretty chill. He was tired as hell, though. I felt bad. He definitely works his ass off at every one of these events because he does so much commentary. I think he carries the load for a lot of stuff. This guy was chill as hell. He had hella dreads. This guy was Rastafari, man. This guy was rad. I love Jock. I talked to this guy for like 10 minutes. He was cool. So that was fun. And then this guy was dressed up like Pirate Majima. He wasn't even competing. He was just there for the vibes and I think the cosplay contest. And I said, what's up? And I was like, man, that game rules. So this guy was a G. Just the cosplayers were tight. And then this guy I beat in Virtua Fighter. He played Vanessa. Not Vanessa. He played Sarah. I'd love to meet Hell Pockets. He's a Niners fan like me. Oh, is that? Yeah, you're right. I just realized. He's a big Niners dude. He was wearing the jumpsuit too, huh? Dude, if he's at City of the Wolves, I'm going to be wearing the Ganache. So I'm doing the Ganache fit at CEO. We'll hook him up. Like, dude, I saw you at Combobreaker. What's up, brother? That was a sick top 8. Because City of the Wolves is going to be must-watch, Strangler. Even if you don't play City of the Wolves, it's so fun to watch. You know why? It goes by like that. It's like the opposite of Tekken and Street Fighter. It does not waste your fucking time. I'd burn with him? Hell yeah, dude. We're going to introduce you at CEO. He's going to be there. There's no way he's not there. I'll be watching it. My homie Psych, you're going to watch it. Like, even if you don't play City of the Wolves, that's the best part about it. I hear people go, man, I don't really want to try it. I'm like, that's fine. Don't even try it. Go watch it. It's just like Third Strike. It happens in 2 seconds. It is so fast, even with the super animations. The game's tournaments are too fucking fast. People are saying they want the game to be best 3 out of 5 way sooner because it's so easy just to explode in those games. Gentleman Thief is hopefully going to win VF. Well, now there's like a VF league, so a bunch of really good Japanese players showed up from Japan and fucked up Hymejean and a bunch of other players. Apparently, I'm going to watch this on stream later. I can't do it now because I'm about to go to work, but Hymejean from fucking whatever, he goes to Japan and beats people, though? Yeah, I'm saying that people from Japan came to Combobreaker and got beat up by other people from Japan. So there's more Japanese players traveling for this game. I think last year, before Revo came out, Virtua Fighter 5 only had like 30 or something players or something. I would have to go see the numbers. Whatever the registration was for Combobreaker and CEO for Virtua Fighter, even with the version that was on PS4 last year, was like nothing. This year, it was like 200 people. That's a 10 times increase because people are excited for Virtua Fighter 6. So people from Japan traveled to America, not just for Street Fighter 6, but for Virtua Fighter, which is crazy in 2025. My only point being, Virtua Fighter has momentum. So after, me, personally, this is just me talking, after this next tournament, after CEO, I haven't applied for any other tournaments. I'm not going to compete in Tekken 8 or Street Fighter 6 anymore, I don't think. I think I'll watch those games, but I'm just going to go to... I think I'll watch those games. I'll rank up in those games just to get like a high rank, but then I'll stop. I just want to grind them to platinum them. I want to do that for like Street Fighter. I already platinum Tekken, so I'm done with that. I just want to play it to get good and like see what the strats are for tournament. It's just going to be casual for the rest of my life. That's fine. I'm talking about my perspective. You do whatever the hell you want. These are video games. I don't really care what you do. I'm talking about what I do. So for the sake of fun and because I want to host tournaments, I'm going to play these games up to a certain level, but I'm not going to grind them endlessly. So the point is, you want to play games that are fun and don't waste your time. The thing that I like about City of the Wolves is it's fun and it doesn't waste my time. It doesn't make me do all this bullshit. It doesn't. The damage is high. The combos are snappy. You can get right to playing pretty quick. I can get fucked up very easily. I can fuck people up very easily. It's a good game in that regard. Same thing for Virtua Fighter 5. Online fighting games still feel mentally damaging. That's why I think it's a trick to play games that don't waste your time and are just all gameplay, because they just give you that one more match feeling. It's just like, you know when you play a Battle Royale game, and even if you lose, you're just kind of like, hey, let me start right back up. What's up, Mincer420? How you doing? We're just talking about Combobreaker before I go to work. I was doing a pack opening earlier. I got a whole bunch of Aether Drift cards. I got my first... This is my first MTG opening pack. And I'm running Azorius, which is blue and white if you play MTG. But I'm talking with the homie Strangler because we're getting ready for CEO. I've been playing Claire Obscure. That shit is hard, just like when I miss every parry. I heard it's short, but it's really, really good and really, really hard, which is nice. That's cool. That game reminds me of Legend of Dragoon, but way shorter. My point being, I'm going to CEO. When was CEO? I forgot. It's in about a week and a half, so about 2 weeks from now. And it's in Florida, and I'm very excited because my house, I have family in Orlando, and they are right down the street from CEO. So it is literally 15 minutes from my house. So I'm super excited to go. I can't wait. So I'm just sharing that excitement with the stream right now. Also, if you type in !YouTube, I'll do it right now just for the sake of it. On my YouTube channel, there is a reaction I just posted before the stream of the Armor King and Falcon Ram reveal from Combobreaker. I was at Combobreaker Live, and I took a video. I lost my shit when Armor King came out, so go watch that video if you want to see my reaction. But, now I'm just getting ready to do slop content, which is I'm just going to play the games I like and put the content on YouTube just to keep, like, a memory of how much fun I was having. But, that just means this is a long-winded way of me saying Tekken 8 still isn't really worth playing yet. It might be, but probably not. And the only fighting games I think are super worth playing right now are Virtua Fighter and, like, Street Fighter 6, maybe. And Street Fighter 6, I think, is super mid, but they're having, like, a big patch, and Elena's coming out, so they finally got off their ass and put a third strike character in the game. So that's the perfect time for me to pick it up, because I like playing Elena. I like her in third strike, but I always thought she was never going to come back after Street Fighter 4. So I said, okay, I'm not going to play her because she's gone. She's done. They're not going to bring her back. And then they announced her for Street Fighter 6, and I was like, okay, well, she's not going to be cool. They're going to be like, it's going to be boring, or it's going to be like Manat. She's going to be like a spellcaster. But no, they made her cool as fuck. She's got cool-ass animations. She's got a back sway. She's got cool-ass stance mix now. I like her a lot. And also, my lucky colors are blue, gold, and white, and her main color scheme is white. So she got white hair. She got white zebra pants. I'm in. I'm in. Oh, and she got blue eyes. So she's got 2 out of 3 of my colors. So that's all I needed to hear. And also, the best part, if I play Elena in Street Fighter 6, at any day, if I say to myself, I don't feel like playing Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 6 is fucking lame. I can say to myself, you know what's even better than Street Fighter 6? Third Strike, baby. And then I'm going to go play Third Strike. So that's why I'm picking up Street Fighter again. I saw another video of the crowd. The crowd went absolutely insane for AK. Yeah, you can see how happy Harada and Murray were, and they were like surprised that everybody was so happy. I lost my shit. I said, oh my god, I got no reason to stop playing Tekken 8 now, and it's right, because now I'm not going to compete in Tekken. When I say compete, I mean I'm not going to arrange tournaments, and I'm not going to pay to enter a tournament, because I don't think the game is worth entering. I'm going to enter games I think are worth entering. I think Virtua Fighter is worth entering in 2025. I think Revo is a good addition to that game. I think Third Strike is one of the best fighting games of all time. It's still hella good. And I said this before. I want to play fighting games that don't waste my fucking time. I feel like Street Fighter 6 wastes a ton of time. I feel like Tekken 8 wastes so much time. It's just the biggest waste of fucking time. The back and forth of just like the stance mix, and you got to eat so much blocking and just sit there, and I can't move, I can't step, because all these moves are like tracking, and it sucks. Yeah, it's stance mix 8. I just don't, it's not fun. It's not like entertaining. I play King. I tried to have fun with Paul. I did, and then like made him, I'm not gonna rant about Tekken 8. My point being is, I want to play fighting games that don't feel like they're wasting my time. And right now, the only modern fighting game I would say that's true of is City of the Wolves. I think Street Fighter 6 wastes time. I think Tekken 8 wastes time. I think Mortal Kombat wastes everybody's time. And I think Grand Blue doesn't waste time, but it's not popular enough. And I think the only other game I can think of that is like an option would maybe be Strive. So, because I think Strive is actually underrated, but there's no way I'm playing that shit when it doesn't have just a regular ranked ladder. So that ranked ladder is coming out, I think, this month. I've been playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus with a homie, and it's really fun. I might go back and play it. I have a bunch of games that are like side games, but I'm talking about games that I would pay to enter a tournament for. I'm going to try Grand Blue, but I don't think I would pay to enter a tournament for it. I'm going to try to switch to Street Fighter 6 as my like main tournament game just because there's so many players. But my point after was I beat this gentleman in VF5. These guys that play VF, I love VF5, dude. Mincer, if you haven't played VF, go try VF5. Look for a sale with Revo, because they just put out the crossplay version, and I think it's going to be on sale for less than 20 bucks. So I would say go play VF5 just because for all it's like being dry and being old, VF6 is coming, and VF5 is like the best. It's got that Third Strike feeling of just match after match after match. I don't have to worry about bullshit. I don't have to watch any cutscenes. I don't have to get blown out by any crazy balance decisions. The game's moderately balanced, and it's really goddamn good. I played it for 20 hours. It's fun, hell yeah. I would just say, as somebody who competed in a tournament and talked to a bunch of VF players, they're chill as hell, the game is chill as hell, and I think it's worth playing way more than Tekken. So after I'm done with Tekken 8 in this next tournament, I'm probably not playing Tekken 8 again. I'll play some Tekken 5 or some other old Tekken if people want to play Tekken, but unless Tekken 8 has like a miraculous comeback and they keep doing big-ass patches, I don't really even think Armor King is going to be enough for me to play the game. I think they got to do even more. And by play, I mean grind it. I already platinumed the game, so as far as I'm concerned, I got my money's worth. So it's one of those games where I'm just like, I tried it, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So it's got too much going on. It's really bullshitty. It's super fast-paced and overwhelming. Yeah, it's true. That's the whole point, is overloading your opponent's mental stack. That's the basis of the game. Is you got to overload your opponent at every given moment. Like, that's the intention, is to overload your opponent. But I like that because it's built into the game. So it feels very guessing-based, but in a good way. You always think, oh, I could have guessed better, or I could have got a read better, or I could have fuzzy guarded better, or used option selects, or I could have disrespected my opponent's frames better and taken more risks here or there. Grand Blue has that feeling. It's just not as... I think Grand Blue, you know what it's lacking, is impact. Even the hard-hitting moves don't really hit super hard, if you know what I'm feeling. Virtua Fighter is the opposite. The hard-hitting moves are super satisfying. If I hit an elbow or a Tetsuzanko or a Splash Mountain in Virtua Fighter, that shit feels hella fucking good. Burning Hammer with Wolf, or like a really good head kick with Brad, like when you counter hit somebody and they stumble, the animations in that game are sick looking. I think Grand Blue is a little too anime, but that's just the nature of it. My point being, Virtua Fighter is sick. I'm going to start playing it in like a tournament scenario. I might start hosting for it. But that comes after CEO. So I'll play Tekken before I play Virtua Fighter. These were the Virtua Fighter homies. I was dressed up like Ganachi that day, but these guys were all chill as fuck. That guy on the left, I believe he hosts stuff in Chicago. I played Akira, and hitting that big-ass shoulder is a whole dopamine hit. Yeah, the big Tetsuzanko, Paul has that. That's Iron Mountain for Paul. I think it's Tetsuzanko for Akira, but yes. He has Tetsuzanko and Party Crasher, which is Julia's forward 1. That shit is crack cocaine to hit, because the screen shakes, he does the stomp. Duh! Like, just the moves. Every character in that game is satisfying as fuck to hit shit. If I'm hitting crazy shit with Shun, it's satisfying. If I'm hitting Burning Hammer with Wolf, it's satisfying. If I'm hitting Go to Sleep with Jeffrey, or Splash Mountain with Jeffrey, or I'm just kicking you in the face or hitting you with a knee, that knee that Jeffrey hits you with, where he puts his whole goddamn body into it and goes airborne like he's playing volleyball or some shit, it's all satisfying, dog. So, I just find Virtua Fighter's lack of like crazy special effects and everything really refreshing after playing Tekken 8 for like 1,000 fucking hours. So the Virtua Fighter homies are really, really good. And I hope that Virtua Fighter 6 is good, which is why I'm saying just switch to Virtua Fighter 5. Why are we wasting our time with Tekken 8? It fucking sucks. Let's just play VF5. Because Revo is a good addition to that game. But then when I say that, everybody who's like a Tekken player is like a really, really, really annoying bitch about it. And as soon as you say like the game feels weird or you have to learn like some different mechanics, they all just laugh. However, the one thing I would say that is true is Tekken 8 has some really unique characters you can't get in other games. So, like, if you play Brian Fury, I can't really recommend Virtua Fighter because even though characters like Vanessa have a bunch of Brian moves, they don't have, like, a taunt jet upper. There's nobody with a fucking electric in the game. There's nobody with a hell sweep in that way. There's a lot of stuff that you get in Tekken you can't get in Virtua Fighter. So I can't, like, blame people for not wanting to play Virtua Fighter. I can just blame people for their reasoning for disliking Virtua Fighter being stupid. So we'll just leave it at that. This was a place called Minibird, which is basically like a Raising Cane's knockoff. I think I like Minibird better because they have, like, instead of Cane's, that gives you those little fucking thimbles of sauce. Like, you have to ask and you have to pay extra, and they give you a fucking tiny-ass container. Minibird just gives you this big fucking sauce bar with 6 sauces and a bunch of cups right there. I filled up 2 and I poured them all over the shit. I love that. I love, because Cane's the problem is they're dry as shit, and they don't give you enough of, like, the side stuff. Minibird, they were great. The tenders were juicy and whatnot, but they went heavy on the sauce. So you just get a shitload of it and dump it all over your tendies, and you're going to be a happy camper. It was a little expensive, but they also give you free ice cream. So this place was good. It was right near the venue. So I would say that was worth it. Said hi to Sajam on the final day because he was watching Street Fighter before it got to top 8. And I said, thank you for the slams. How you doing? What's up? Chill. And catch you later. I just said hi to him because he was watching. Sajam was a beast. He was commentating basically the whole weekend, just like Hell Pockets, I think. And then this was another picture with some of the Discord homies at Scorcho on the left. But this is me and the Salvatore cosplay at the front. Had to kneel down because I'm 6'3" as shit. I'm tall as hell. That's Brutality. Second from the right, that's Artorias on the right, the Shirtless legend. And then after that, I was on Sunday when the tournament's done. The saddest thing. You wore that shit? I think I did. I'm gonna be wearing it at CEO too, so I got that shit on. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna show up with my Sunday best, dog. That's what I'm there for. But the saddest thing during any fighting game major is on the Sunday when they start putting the setups away and the vendors start putting all their shit away. Because the vendors just look sad that they didn't sell a bunch of stuff, and the venue is like getting put away, and the people who are staff are super tired. They're just getting ready for the long breakdown period. And all the players are still playing, like, casuals and stuff, and they're looking around like, man, when are they going to kick me out? I want to keep playing casuals. And all the little tournaments are wrapping up, and I was in, like, the secondary ballroom for CB, which is where a lot of cool shit happens. They do Third Strike and Melee and a bunch of side games over there. But I was in there, and they had Lethal League. So next year, rather than playing, like, the popular games, I'm going to play one popular game, and I'm going to play, like, I'm going to play 4 games next year. Or maybe 3. I'm going to play 3 or 4 games next year, and I'm going to make sure 3 of them are either indie games that have small followings or, like, side games that I really like. I want them to have low player numbers. I want to play one popular game and a bunch of side stuff next year. So that's my intention. I'm going to try that next time I sign up for CEO and CB. So we're going to try that next year. But then there was the final day. The fucking crowd of people was bananas. They were all watching Street Fighter. I will say this, Tekken 8 was better than Street Fighter because it was faster. Street Fighter 6 lasted for fucking ever. And then finally, last couple pictures. On the final day before Armor King got announced, I was walking to the event. I was getting dressed on the way to the event. And I said, okay, I got to wear my luckiest shirt just so in case they announce something at Combobreaker that isn't just Falcom Ram. My thought was, if they announce something that's not just Falcom Ram, I want the luckiest shirt so I get something good. I didn't even say Armor King was going to be it. I just said, please, God, don't announce Kunimitsu. Don't announce some shitty guest character that nobody wants, like some asshole from... Don't announce, like, Hild from Soul Calibur or something. Don't announce something stupid I don't want. So let me just put this King shirt on. Bro, when I saw Armor King pop up, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to say, like... I still don't want to jinx it. But I was wearing that shirt, and I waited till I was gone. I took this at the bar I was eating at after the event because I was just like, it worked, dude. I put on the 2 King lucky fucking shirt, and what happened? What happened? I was wearing my lucky colors and my lucky shirt. Notice that shirt. Notice that shirt. You know what my lucky colors are? I'll show you right now just to remind people. I'm going to show people the lucky monkey configuration. So if you go by the Chinese zodiac, I am of the monkey descent, all right? Look at those lucky colors. I'm not lying, all right? Look at those lucky colors real quick. Blue, white, gold. Now, you tell me what's on that shirt. That's a nice hot orange, yellow, maybe a little gold perhaps, white trim, and 2 kinds of blue. Look at the Salvatore Ganache cosplay. Look at the Salvatore Ganache cosplay. What kind of colors are we working with, bro? What kind of colors are we working with? The blue, the white, and of course underneath the thing is where the gold is at. I'll get a gold watch, we'll be all set. Or better yet, I got my gold shades, look at that. What was that with the monkey? This is from a site I go to for the Chinese Zodiac. I had no idea that the Chinese Zodiac... I have never been superstitious in my life. Basically, I think zodiacs are bullshit. I think astrology is bullshit. But one day I was looking at this, and I said, oh, I had no idea that there were lucky colors. And then a bunch of things like started connecting in my head. I'll talk about that more at length, but my main point, lucky colors. Blue, white, and gold. Unlucky colors. Red, pink. So, just white, blue, and gold right there, brother. And what happened? What happened? We got the Armor King, dog. We got the Armor King. That's the only confirmation I need. Check out these gold motherfucking shades. Like, come on, gold reflectors? Let's go, bro. Let's go. I'm in. But then I had like the best on the drive away. I went to my flight at 5:30 a.m. My flight boarded at 5:45, so I was driving in an Uber on the way to the airport very early, and I was asleep, but the lady woke me up to show me the sunrise because it was so beautiful, and it was. So I think it was a really good sign that I did the right thing by going to CB, and also I had a great fucking time to the point where I was super fatigued and really loved it, but I had a wonderful time. So I'll definitely be back next year. I don't really care about going to EVO anymore because I feel like EVO is a little too corporate, and it's a little too... I don't really enjoy Vegas the way I enjoyed just walking around Combobreaker and hanging with my friends and playing sets. I don't really want to go and gamble a shitload of money or get super drunk or go to a strip club. Maybe I kind of want to do that last one, but I'll save that for myself. I just want to like play games and hang out and get like some good food at the end of the day with the homies, and hopefully if they drink or smoke, I'll get some of that in with there. This year I basically did no smoking. I was just there hanging with the homies and playing, which was good, but it was fatiguing. So, but I had a great time, and I'll definitely be back. And then finally, when I got back yesterday, I had to go and get the little Savage Berry, and that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to go throw them in the car, and we're going to go to work. So I'm going to do that now. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming by the pack opening. I opened up the Aether Drift pack today, so I tried the first day of the hand cam. I had a great time at Combobreaker, and we're going to bring it back around tomorrow for some actual gameplay. Let me just...